Alright, I think I'm ready to do this. Everything's buttoned up, everything's good to go. Like I said, the battery's too tall, but the one I have in that bike is not, and this one will work in that bike, so I'm going to swap the batteries. I've got my plug wires. Oh wait, my plugs are not tight. Dang it. Why did I not tighten that? Alright, so let's do that right quick. Nope, wrong one. You know what? Just here. Just snug it up real easy. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to be snugged up. There we go. Snugged up. Okay, put the plug wire back on. Okay. I checked the other one. It's already tight. I don't know why I didn't tighten that one. Carbs are good. Gas is on. Battery's ready to go. I can turn the key on and I get lights. So I am going to attempt to kick it over. So may or may not work. These coils are the issue if they don't work at this point. So let's give it a whirl. I just want everybody to be here when I do it. Maybe choke. Maybe it needs choke. Let's find out. Alright, let's change the key position. Maybe that will make a difference. Okay, well, there it is. Didn't start. So, yeah. It would appear that I still don't have spark. Everything else should be working fine. Brand new hoses. I wasn't worried about that. I just was wondering why they looked a little white. It's got to be the coils. So, yeah, feeling a little bit dejected right now, but you know, it is what it is. I figured I'd try it. I was almost positive those coils were bad, so I don't feel too sad about it. Again, I can smell gas, so I know gas is getting in. I'm going to pull a plug out. Should be easy enough. I just can't find the socket for it that I have in here somewhere, so that's why I'm using those. Just want you to see it while I see it, that's all. Alright, pull the plug out, and it's getting gas. I mean, it's wet. Yeah, it's definitely wet. So, it's definitely getting gas. This plug is not sparking. So, it's got to be the coils. I mean, that's the only other thing. Right? So, yep. I guess we'll just wait till the coils come in. But hey, I gave it another try. Now that everything's back together. So now we know for sure when we put the new coils on, it should kick over. And if it doesn't, then we'll just have to figure out what the next step is. Maybe it is plugs. I doubt it, but maybe it's the plugs. But it just doesn't seem to be getting spark right now. And with the battery, new wiring, I'm not ruling out the ignition amplifier yet. I haven't ruled it out. I'm just thinking it's not a problem. I think it's the coils. So we'll get the new coils in and put them on, see what happens. If it still doesn't get spark, I'm going to get somebody over here to kind of help me and watch a plug while I kick it over, just to see if it's even, arcing at all. If it's arcing at all, then that means the coils should be okay, and maybe it is the actual ignition amplifier that's bad. But there should be a spark there at some point, and I think that's what's happening. I'm just not getting a spark. So there we are. I'm gonna button this up for the night. I'm done tonight. It's almost 10 p.m. and I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Nothing more I can really do until I get the coils. I mean, I can start working on the brakes and things like that, which I will do. I've got, well, about a week and a half to 2 weeks before the coils get here and the air filters. So within that week and a half to 2 weeks, I should have some brakes figured out. Maybe even the other electrical, the headlight and the turn signals and the marker lights and things like that. Maybe I can get those figured out too. But yeah, still won't start, but I'm holding out hope. I believe it's the coils, which we'll get here, what did I say, July 19th through the 23rd, somewhere through there. So we're looking at a week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, I wish I had better news for you. I mean, for myself, really, right? I mean, it's my bike, so. And for Gary, I wish I had better news for Gary. I wanted him to see it start up and run. And he will eventually, and I will see it start and run. You guys will see it start and run. I'm just not there yet. I'm gonna keep playing with it. So, all right, that's it. I'm gonna sign out for the night. Probably tired of hearing me babble anyway. So yeah, plugs not getting spark. Next step. Alright, I'm still playing around with the motorcycle. I realize I said I was going to go to bed, but I just found something really curious. So right now I've got the key on. The oil light is now off for some reason. But watch this. When I turn the turn signals on, now the two lights come on. They wouldn't do that before. Same on that side. They're not blinking, but they're coming on. That's a start. And if you remember right, there's a little relay underneath this cover that's mechanical and it's probably stuck. So the good news is that it looks like the electrical system is starting to come back to life, and you can see the tail light is actually on. Here, I'll turn the key off so you can see it go off. See? And brake light, yep, still got brake light. So that's good news in my opinion. Turn signals don't blink, but they come on at least. Right? Running lights are not on, but that's okay. We don't know what's going on there. So yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it is what it is. It's trying. Everything's trying to come back to life, and we'll get there. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. Look, regular headlight doesn't work, but the high beam does. So keep this in mind. If I can get this running, I need to get the brakes fixed. But get it running, get the brakes fixed, and I can start riding it down the road. I can just keep the highlight on, or the high beams on, and for turn signals, I can just flick it myself. Right? So there it is. Yeah, I just thought, oh, now the oil light came back on. See, that's the problem with this electrical system. I don't know what's going on with it. There's some weird things. And I think maybe just getting electricity back to it, you know, getting voltage running back through all the wires is starting to clean it up and get it going. So what I might do is hook my battery charger up to the battery tonight and you know, just keep a constant flow going through it, because even though it's, you know, not going to do anything to the rest of the system, it'll make sure my battery stays floating, you know, and that's I want to make sure that gets going. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. That was all. I have lights. Oh wait, there's pilot light. Oh, maybe that's the head. Okay, so here we have pilot and then head. Okay, so that's the headlight. There's the headlight. It works. The headlight works. I don't know what pilot is. Maybe there's something else inside there? I don't know. I don't see anything. I know some of them have like a little yellow light down at the bottom down here. But I don't see one on this one. So I don't know what pilot light is, but there you go. If I leave it on headlight, the headlight comes on. Now let's see what happens when I hit high beam. Yeah. Okay, we got headlights. Turn signal's still doing the same thing. They're just, you know, they come on when I turn, but they don't flash. It tells me that the relay's probably bad, and I believe it's that little relay down there. Yeah, same thing over here. See, they come on, they just don't flash. And what's good is it's working on all four corners, right? Yeah, I realize that one's pointed down. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to take it apart and figure out why. Easy enough though. But yeah, just seeing that now is very hopeful. I really do wish that the turn signals would work, but and what can you do? Well, look, even the little light in the middle, it says turn, right? It says turn right there. Even it comes on when I now turn signals on. Didn't come on before. So yeah, I think, what about the high beam? Yeah, the high beam one is too, watch. See, it's coming on. So all the dash lights are working. The speedo light is not, or the tack light is not working, but the speedo light is. You can kind of see it there. The speedo light's working, just the tack light isn't working. And that could be a blown bulb. So that's easy enough, you know, pull this apart and replace the bulb. But yeah, everything's, you know, it's doing its thing. It's starting to come back to life. You know, if I could just get it started, man, I think that's all we're missing is these coils. You know, get new coils. It's just 2. I've already ordered them, and I think she should start. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Matter of fact, let me turn the key off so it doesn't drain that battery anymore than it already is. Once I get these new coils, I'm going to put them in, and it should be an easy swap. It should take 5 minutes, right? Pull out these 2 wires, the coil wire, or the you know, spark plug wire. Same over here, 2 wires, spark plug wire. Pull them out, drop the new coils in, button it back up, and then I should be able to start it. I don't see anything else holding it back. So I think when I do that, I'm gonna have someone over to help me. Maybe maybe I can get Jason or somebody to come just stand with me so that either I or someone else can be kicking it while we watch for spark at the plugs, because that, I mean, that's basically what's going on. We're not getting spark at the plugs. So, but I can't do that all by myself. I can't pull a plug out and try to kickstart it and watch it. So I just need, you know, one person over here to help me either watch or kick. So I would rather somebody to kick for me. That way I can watch the spark and see how strong the spark is. That will tell me if my ignition amplifier is working or not. yeah, I don't know exactly how strong it's supposed to be, but if it's really bright, then I'm going to assume that the amplifier is working. If it's really low, I'm going to assume the amplifier is not working. And I may need to replace that still. So, but I knew that might need to be replaced, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so yeah, making great progress. We know mechanically everything seems to be working fine. You know, the valves and everything seem to be moving, and everything seems to be moving just fine. The gearbox seems to be fine. It's just an electrical issue at this point. The carbs are off and cleaned. You know, airbox cleaned. Got a couple hoses to replace, but they're not stopping this bike from starting. At this moment, the only thing stopping this bike from starting is spark. I need spark. So, somebody come over here and hold a lighter right there while I kick this over and see what happens. You know, yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get the spark going. That's all that's left. I can't think of a single thing left, unless I'm with if somebody is watching this video and knows that I'm missing something that I haven't covered yet. Please, for the love of God, let me know so that I can rectify it. But yeah, I think right now these coils are my issue, and it's probably just this coil. I think this one might be okay. So we'll find out though. We're just going to replace both of them, and maybe once I get both of them in, I'll replace just this one, just to, you know, for giggles, to see if this one actually does work. And then I'm going to replace it anyway. I'm not saying that. I'm still going to. I bought a new one. Why wouldn't I not put it in, right? So I may just replace just this one, just to see if it truly was the only issue. And if that doesn't start the bike, then I'll replace both of them, and then it'll tell me if either one of, maybe both of them are bad. You know, and maybe even reverse it. Maybe leave the bad one, what I believe to be the bad one, in, and replace this one, and see if the bike starts. Maybe this one is just bad, and this one's still good, even though it looks terrible. It's all stuff you can play with. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm pretty much done for the night, and pretty much done for maybe a day or two until I get some more parts. I need some hoses. I need the hose to go from here to over here. So, nice little short one. It's just oil. That's the breather tube. It runs up into the air box. Pretty standard. And I need the this hose here that goes to the rear brake reservoir. You can see it broke off. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I may do that. And if I'm feeling froggy, when's the last time you heard that, right? If I'm feeling froggy, I might start tackling this front brake. The back one is locked up. I'm almost positive it's locked up. The front brake I'm not sure about, but it seems like it might be. The rotor looks, the disc looks really good, actually. It feels really smooth. Oh my gosh, that's great. I wonder if Gary, yeah, look, those brake pads look fairly new. Probably too dark, but they look fairly new. Or they're nice and thick at least. So this may be locked up, I don't know. The tire moves, but it doesn't move freely. You know, something's holding it back. But that could be the axle or the brakes. And just spinning this, it looks like it's the brakes. See how it's kind of taken, here, let me put it down here. See how it's taking that dust off as I do it? So, yeah, I don't know what that is. It looks like rust, but you know what? I can't feel it. I mean, it's there, but I can't feel it. It's probably from... So you can probably imagine this. This dark spot here. It's probably been sitting right there the whole time, which is right behind the caliper, right? So I'll pull the caliper off, and yeah, you can definitely tell it. The brakes are what's holding it up, look. See? So, the brakes are going to get done, but I would really love to hear this sweet little engine start before I start getting into all of that. But like I said, I've got about 2 weeks before my coils come in, so I may tackle the brakes just for the heck of it and get them out of the way. But yeah, I've spent a good maybe 50 hours over the last few days working on this thing, and it's prime and ready to go. It should be starting soon. Wish me luck, and thanks for watching. Sorry about my droning on. I know I'm not usually one to talk, but when it comes to things like this, I can go on for days. So I'll go ahead and let you go here. Bye.